I'm Debbie Cowart. I'm a midwife and an owner of a birth center. Our website is growingfamilybirthcenter.com. I first saw Fabienne on a Facebook ad or something somebody posted or something.
There's a theme.
And so I watched some videos and found out about them through the website, found out about the client attraction. I call it a workbook because that's really what it is. It's a workbook. It's a program. And I told my husband that it was the most expensive book I've ever bought in my life. But I told him I have to have this. And I was trying to think back. I think it was about 13 months ago that I bought that.
While you were buying that book, what was your situation like in your business?
So we started our birth center about 7.5 years ago. And in the first year, we were 12.5 months, we were debt-free. Then we made the decision after a couple of years to move to a different building, larger building, better building. And through a couple other things that happened, we were not having the income that we were having before. We'd gotten to a place where we were paying our bills on credit cards, and we had a contract for this lease that we really couldn't get out of. So we had, closing was not an option. We were I'm trying to find something online, something to help us turn this around. So I got the book. I read through the entire thing, which I think is what it says in the beginning. Read the whole thing
That's right.
First.
You followed the directions.
And then I started working through it, and I got about 2/3 of the way through it. Most of the information in there I knew, and it was going a step further than what I already knew what to do. But as I was working through it, I saw that this is something I could not do on my own. So I went back to the website and clicked on the thing just to have a free consultation. And we talked with the coach that called, and really, really good information. I was excited, and my husband's like, we don't have the money. And so she said she'd call back in a month. So she gave us a couple assignments, the 50 ways. We did that, and a couple other things. I don't remember what they were right now. And so we did those things, and she called back in a month. And in the meantime, I had told my husband, we're going under. And it doesn't matter if we go under at 100,000 or 200,000. And we need to spend this money. And so literally I went online and I got 2 0% interest credit cards, because honestly that was the easiest way out than to do some of the other things on the 50 ways list.
Yeah.
And we just paid for the program. And I did that. We were scrambling to do that in time to do the growth meeting that was that last February, this year.
What has happened as a result of you joining the program?
So last week before coming, we decided to look at what is our client base, how many clients do we serve last year, and how many do we anticipate serving this year. So we've only got 2 months left of this year. So and I know who's due. So
it's pretty much it.
We compared that, and we had a 48% increase in our client base. But even better than that, we looked at the income for the 4 months on average before we joined Boldheart, and then the last 3 months. And our increase in our gross income, it was 71%. We had joined in February, and by May we were no longer having to pay any bills with credit cards.
Woo! What is it about the program that works so well?
Part of it is I like the modules because it breaks things down into smaller pieces. They're short, doable pieces. And I also want to say that I haven't done everything.
Yeah, say
yet.
that. Say that.
I wanted to make sure that I said that. And I realized when we crunched the numbers last week, if I had actually done everything, where would my business be? I mean, it's been great stuff. I like the online meetings. I try to be on every one that I occasionally have to miss them because I can't help it. But there's all these different types of meetings. There's question and answer meetings. And most of the time I don't even have a question. But I have my notebook and I'm writing down things that is inspiration from hearing the answer from somebody else's question. New ideas that I can implement in my business. I knew about time blocking, but I wasn't good about doing it myself. And so there's these implementation sessions where there's a block of time.
How long are these implementation sessions?
I think they're 4 hours.
Yeah.
And the deep dives are 3.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So I blocked that time out, and my husband has been coming with me. He was a little apprehensive about this whole thing. Is this really going to work? This is a lot of money. And I think he's convinced, and he's here today.
He is.
Twisted his arm to come.
Stand up! Stand up! Give him a big hand! Woo!
And a lot of this stuff, the attractions, laws of attraction, that kind of stuff, is stuff that I have been looking at for several years. And he's like, I don't know about this. He's been doing the work probably harder than I have been today. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, you should be. Debbie, would you have been able to increase your client base by 40+% and your revenues by 70+%, doing it the way you've always been doing it?
Absolutely not.
What would you recommend to somebody who is waiting, who is stuck, and who doesn't believe that now is actually the best time to invest in herself or himself?
You can't wait. It's just wasting time. And you're not going to be able to grow and get out there like we need to do if you don't have the support. And what I appreciate is that you've taken all these resources, and a lot of the books that get mentioned, I've bought them and listened to myself. I listen because I don't have time to sit and read them.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I do the audiobooks when I'm driving. But I don't have the time, the money, the energy to gather these resources and do it. And you have put it all together in this nice package and just tell us step by step. Do this first, do this next.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, don't
Sometimes
wait.
people
Don't
are
wait.
overwhelmed. Yeah. Sometimes I notice that solo business owners can get really overwhelmed at all the things that there are to do. Is that you sometimes? Yeah. It's like, where the heck do I start? And I think that what I hear again and again from you is that just tell me what the next step is. Just don't even tell me what to do after that. I just want to know what the next step is, and I'll do that, and then you'll give me the next breadcrumb. I'll do that, and so on. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so like I said, a lot of the things, almost everything that so far has been covered in almost 9 months is stuff I already knew, but I didn't know how to take it further. Just one example I'll give you is one of the first things we were asked to do is to figure out who our ideal client is. And I'm like, I'm a midwife. It's any pregnant woman, right? and although I want to serve every pregnant woman that wants what I offer, that she's not my ideal, not every pregnant woman is my ideal client. And it helped me define that. So, and that was just like one of the steps. And then we go on to the next thing, right? I'm excited now to start fixing my website. So where
And
I'm
make
at
it
now.
more client attractive. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Advice for someone here?
Sign up. You need the community. It's not just the step by step. It's the weekly meetings of question and answers. It's materials that you can review or you can download and listen to them in your car. it's all the pieces, and then the community on top of that. I've got an accountability buddy, and I know I can reach out to her if I need to. There's Facebook group. There's so many parts that support, and it's great. So
Yeah, the whole thing, some people think this is a coaching program, but it really is an implementation incubator. There's plenty of knowledge out there. It's not a lack of knowledge that people have. It's a lack of structure and mindset and step-by-step exactly how to, and then the space and the accountability to actually get it done. Most people fall short because they're not actually getting done the things that need to get done. Give her a hand, please, everybody.